Hey, welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna talk about the 5 craziest road cars of the most insane rally class of all time, Group B. Let's start with number 5, Peugeot 205 T16. This tiny, angry-looking Peugeot, introduced in 1984, is considered by many to be one of the greatest hot hatches of all time. Peugeot's engineers had a difficult job: develop a race car which can compete with motorsports icons like Audi and Lancia. They created this pocket rocket weighing only 980 kilograms. It was challenging to fit a high-performance drivetrain into the tiny bodywork of the 205, which, unlike the Audi Quattro, had a mid-engine setup to allow a better weight distribution. Powered by a 1.8-liter turbocharged engine making 200 horsepower in the road version and over 500 in the race car. During its career in Group B, the 205 T16 was unbeatable. It won 16 rallies from 28 starts, which was a record for the whole Group B, and won both the manufacturers and drivers titles in 85 and 86. The last recorded sale of a Peugeot 205 T16 was in mid-2021, sold for over $320,000. Not bad for Peugeot, right? Renault 5 Turbo. Renault's engineers took a different approach than any other competitor. Rather than designing a new mid-engine platform from scratch, Renault took their existing hatchback and made some significant changes to it. The original drivetrain was replaced by a mid-engine rear-wheel drive setup. Its turbocharged engine was 3 times more powerful in rally spec than the standard 5's largest engine. They also made some changes to the bodywork, such as wider wheel arches and cooling vents for the high-performance engine. While the Quattro was a game-changer because of its 4-wheel drive system, the Renault 5 Turbo showed the world that it was possible to transform an existing production model into a capable rally car. The 5 Turbo rally version dominated the 81 Monte Carlo and 82 Tour de Corse rallies with consecutive victories. A few years later, in 85, the 5 Turbo could win again, defeating all of its more powerful 4-wheel drive competitors. A Renault 5 Turbo was sold for around $150,000 in 2022. Ford RS200. The Ford RS200 was one of the wildest turbocharged monsters developed from scratch for Group B. Unlike the Audi Quattro, Peugeot 205 T16 or even the Lancia Delta S4, which were evolved from their production versions, Ford created something brand new for Group B. The new 4-wheel drive vehicle, uniquely designed by Ghia, came with a plastic fiberglass composite body and a mid-mounted engine. The 1.8-liter turbocharged engine makes 250 horsepower in the road version and 450 in the race car. Unfortunately, the RS200 wasn't very successful in Group B due to its later rival. The pilots were struggling with the car in many ways. Its engine had a lot of turbo lag, making performance delivery uneven. The cabin was small, hot, and extremely noisy. It is also remembered for the most tragic accident that occurred in Group B. On the 1986 Portugal rally, driver Joaquim Santos lost control of the car and collided with a group of people, causing the death of 4 spectators. A Ford RS200 was recently sold for a little over $220,000. Lancia Delta S4. The development of the Delta S4 was fueled by the success of the Lancia 37 in 1983. Abarth created a new engine based on Formula One technology to suit the requirements of Group B. This engine was a masterpiece. It was lightweight, well-balanced, and with the twin-charge system, it almost completely eliminated turbo lag. The 1.8-liter twin-charged engine produced 247 horsepower in the road version and over 450 horsepower in the rally car. According to independent tests, the Delta S4 was the fastest accelerating Group B car on tarmac with a 2.4 second 0 to 100 km time. Remember, this was back in the 80s. The Delta S4 was able to win a number of races before the Group B series was cancelled. This version of the Lancia Delta was perhaps the best adaptation of the 1980s bold Group B rules. A Delta S4 Stradale was sold in 2019 for around $1.2 million. Audi Quattro Sport. The mid-80s started to be challenging for Audi and Group B. Smaller, purpose-built, four-wheel driven competitors began to appear. For this reason, they decided to refresh their already known Quattro model. The new Sport Quattro had a shorter wheelbase, resulting in improved cornering and lower weight. Several changes have made to improve the weight distribution, such as relocating the cooling system and batteries, and using lightweight materials. The engine stayed the same 2.1-liter inline-5, capable of producing over 300 horsepower in the road version and over 500 in the rally car. The Quattro won many titles for Audi in the early 80s. They earned even more publicity when Michèle Mouton, the first woman to win an international rally, won the 81 San Remo rally. Audi is so proud of Quattro's legacy that still uses this name for all freshly released four-wheel drive models. A Sport Quattro got recently sold in 2022 for around $390,000. Would you add something to our list? Comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. See you next time.